We are looking at new project acquisitions that I think will dictate where the focus of our expenditures and catalysts will come from. We're looking at M&A ideas. So again, can 1 + 1 equal something greater than 2 in the way of coming together with another company? Maybe they've got an asset or maybe even have cash that could use the benefit of our capital and our management team.
StockPulse.com, we're on location, PDAC 2023, and I've got Jeff Wilson here from Precipitate Gold, PRG, Toronto Venture Exchange. Jeff, good to see you.
Thanks, Rob. Good to see you too.
Yeah, so we were just talking here a little off camera, a lot going on here. Got some money in the Dominican Republic. Before we go any further, let's talk about the Dominican Republic. What's so attractive about that area to you?
Yeah, well, the Dominican Republic is host to one of the largest gold mining operations on the planet, which is Barrick's Pueblo Viejo. We've been down in country for about 10 years, so we've acquired what we believe to be some very prospective ground down there. While there was not a lot of competition for other explorers in country, we picked up ground adjacent to GoldQuest's Romero project, so that's about a 3.5 million ounce gold equivalent project there. We've got, that's on Romero's ground, and we've got ground adjacent to that over about a 40-kilometer strike. Number of targets there. We're drill permitted. We've got a sizable land package, but that's sort of been on hold for us while Romero sort of works itself out on the permitting side. In the meantime, we picked up ground surrounding Barrick's Pueblo Viejo back in 2019, and we were lucky enough that after about 18 months and about $300,000 in spend there, Barrick came in and offered to do an earn-in agreement. So they're spending $10 million US over 6 years. They're 3 years into that now, and they've got to provide a pre-feasibility study at the end of that to earn 70%. So that project is seeing financing and work being done by Barrick. Our other project in the DR is sort of in a holding pattern while we wait out an outcome in the local community and with local politics. And in the meantime, as part of our transaction with Barrick on the earn-in, there was a desire from Barrick to have some parcels of that project of ours brought into their infrastructure for their mine. So we were able to do a very beneficial deal for us where we got $5 million US back in May of last year on a transaction where we sold them some small pieces of ground for that $5 million US plus a 3% NSR on the ground as well, which again is now part of one of the largest gold mines in the world. So that's put us in a very favorable cash position here in an otherwise pretty challenging market. And we're looking at different ways that we can add value to shareholders with that new money.
Yeah, so again, you got the neighbors, all the gold's down there. Unfortunately holding, I guess, for a minute, but what will this year be all about for Precipitate?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be dictated here in the next few months as we try to align with a new opportunity, something accretive. So we are looking at new project acquisitions that I think will dictate where the focus of our expenditures and catalysts will come from. We're looking at M&A ideas. So again, can 1 + 1 equal something greater than 2 in the way of coming together with another company? Maybe they've got an asset or maybe even have cash that could use the benefit of our capital and our management team. So we're looking at a lot of different things. I think this is going to be a bit of a pivotal year for us in terms of dictating where we focus our attention and look to deploy this capital.
Certainly nothing you can do about the conditions, but you had a comment on the conditions and.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, as a company that's got money and is kind of on the look for something, these are great conditions. This is time to be a little bit contrarian, look at things that are maybe depressed and undervalued, and in a lot of cases, not to any fault of, the management or whatever, it's just the market we've been in. And even guys who've done all the right things, advanced projects, produce good results, there still hasn't been a lot of capital for those guys. So for us to be sitting on, in and around $7 million US, we can sort of take advantage of that opportunity, and hopefully we pick the right commodities and the right time in the cycle. But I think the outlook here in the longer term is still very, very good for precious metals and base metals, and that's kind of where we want to position ourselves.
Yeah, I concur. Yeah. Look forward to tracking your progress, sir. Appreciate that update. Jeff Wilson, President CEO, Precipitate Gold, PRG, Toronto Venture Exchange. Appreciate that update, Jeff.
Thanks, my pleasure.